It's Scotty friggin' Hill, man. How you doing?
Hey, man. We meet again.
We meet again.
Yeah.
I saw something interesting on your Instagram the other day, and you had mentioned that you worked on a couple records this last year, and one of them is the one that we did this Wild Darkness. But you had a picture of a guitar on there, and I've been
hmm
wanting to ask you. First question is that the guitar you used on that song that you played on the Wild Darkness?
No, no. I used an SG. I used this SG. Isn't
Oh,
that pretty?
yes, very pretty,
That pretty? Yeah.
nice.
It's an
I
SG
mean,
Deluxe or something like that. Somebody in the comments will tell us
yeah.
which, but that P90 sounds really nice.
Nice. What was that? Was that steel or was that glass for your slide?
Last slide. Yep. Um, just a little Dunlop slide. This guy here. Um,
Nice.
this is the 210. It's a small one. I wear it on my pinky. I play standard tuning, EAD, GBE.
Hmm.
Open tunings. I'm not an open tuning guy. It
Cool.
moves the furniture. I
That's
always
right.
I always say open tuning is moving the blind man's furniture.
That's right. Nice. I don't think I
Yeah.
ever heard that before. I like that. Nice. Your slide on this track I don't know, man. It's just something about it. I remember the day that you sent it over, I opened it up and I put it in, I loaded in. Something about it just touched me in a different way, man. It wasn't just like, grooving on it. There was something about it. I was like, okay, so this is a completely different song. Like this is
Yeah. Well,
amazing.
you know what? I was inspired by it. You inspired me. So um, and it was good timing because I recently got back into playing slide. I posted a picture of that guitar. That guitar was sent to me from Argentina by some friends down there, and it's a black. It's called a company's called Blacksmith Resonators, and it's just gorgeous, gorgeous. It's a finely crafted instrument, and it inspired me to pick up the slide again. Because when I was a kid learning, I played slide. I learned like the Foghat records and Allman Brothers and stuff like that. And then I played some slide on the first Skid Row record. And then after that, I don't think I played any more slide. I mean, like ever. I don't even,
Wow.
the intro to Big Guns, I don't even use a slide live, but I did play it in the studio. So I got this guitar and I had some slides around and just started sitting on the couch and messing around with it. And I really enjoyed it. And I was like, wow, it's coming back fairly quickly. And I sounded pretty good. Um, and I'm hard on myself. So, uh, it felt good. And then I got the track from you and I was like, yeah, I don't remember if it was my suggestion to put slide on or if it was yours, but
What I recall, we're talking, and I remember you said, "So what do you think?" And I said, I think it needs a slide." And I remember there was a pause, and I said, "Do you play slide?" And you were like, "Yes, I do." And it was just like I was like, "Do you want to put slide on it?" And it was just one of those things. So like, how that was probably shit, is that July of last year? I mean, it's crazy how much time's gone by, but I think it was July.
yeah.
When
So
did this thing happen? When you got back playing slide? When was that?
that was not long before that, really. It was last year. So that's when Black Eyed Sons called, who used to be choir boys, and asked me to play slide on one of their tunes, and I was like, yeah, I play slide.
Yeah.
But because I remember now you said that, I remember thinking, yeah, I play slide.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you said, yeah, it's been a long time since I picked up the slide, man. So
Yeah. Yeah. So you get the track, you do it, and then you send it back, and I'm just like, it's not just awesome. It's like, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't want to blow you up too much. We're sitting here face to face, but dude, I'm telling you right now, it took everything I had not to fucking put that out on the internet. Like, dude, listen to this. You know what I mean? Like,
it turned out good. It's a good song, and it inspired good things. Your song brought out great things. It's cool.
oh, well, thanks. I really do. I think it's better than I imagined, but it definitely has a different soul to it because it's already something, all these songs are so dark, people,
Yeah.
some people that are watching this, they know I do the pop stuff and it's been great, but this ain't that. And I
Yeah, you're
wanted to write,
stepping out of your normal thing, and
that's right.
they work together really nicely. I remember when you sent them all to me, and I listened to them in sequence, and I was like,
Yeah.
really cool vibe going on throughout.
Cool. Thanks, man. Thanks for saying that. I do appreciate it. It's like, it's, I want to write stories. I want people to be entertained, but it's like, there's a little bit of a darkness to it. And it's funny because with you, it's like, I don't know. You're such a positive, happy. I mean, you're always smiling. I mean, anything. You know what I mean? Anything you do. But I feel like there's this little tiny bit of your heart. I don't know what it is. Like this, maybe a little lobe of it. There's a darkness in there, and I just resonates. And I think that in a weird way, it almost bonds us in a weird way because I think I'm a positive, happy person. But every once in a while, I got to write those songs.
Well, I think we all have that, and it's nice to be able to tap into it. But you spend your whole life running away from it. But I turned 60 this year. I'm at the point in my life where I'm just like, I just can't let things get to me too much. I try and have a positive attitude. I'm not always in a good mood or all that, but I try and have a positive attitude and keep myself busy and do positive things and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some darkness in there. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, sometimes you get together with musicians like everybody that's on this record. I mean, there's there's Jeff, who's just, it's one of my favorite guitar players. There's
Oh yeah,
Slim, lays down, a solo on that third track, the one with Jack Hues. And like that solo was like when he sent me that thing, I was like, oh my God,
yeah,
that was insane.
so cool.
Yeah. And it's just like one of those things where you get a collection of tracks together and you never know how it's going to turn out. But then, how I sent you that one long track with all of them on there and it's weird. They're all different, but it kind of flowed together. And I think it's just because of playing with people like you though. It's A-level players and it's all of a sudden it becomes this thing, and I just feel so fortunate that,
Well, it had to be
you know,
fun on your side listening to, and we're doing in the modern style of recording where you're at your place, I'm at my place, and
yep.
you hear ding and oh, the track is here, let's fly it in and listen, and it's got to be like, oh yeah, or
Yeah.
oh.
I know, because that happens too, right? Like it's like the third track was 8 minutes long when we finished it because Jack he's a singer songwriter from Wang Chung, right? So
Yeah.
he's a great singer songwriter on besides like the pop stuff, and I really trust his ear, his judgment, his good producer, and it's like 8 minutes, and we were kind of on a Skype like this, because he's in London, and we're both kind of like, yeah, it's really good, really good. It's a little long, you know what I mean? Like, because it's a little bit, so you start dissecting a little bit without wanting to kill the track, and
Yeah.
this, like I said, the whole thing just turned out better than I could imagine, and it's dark, but I feel like it's kind of flows together.
There's nothing wrong with dark, man. There's
Yeah,
people, and there's music for every mood and every time, and dark is something that we can all relate to.
yeah,
I have a song uh, on an EP I've done that is it's really dark stuff. I haven't played any of that stuff.
no, I have one. I don't want to give away the name, but
Okay.
how about this? How about this? You spend some time at the gutter buffet, you know what that's like.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
you know
Yep. Yep.
this thing, it's coming out, actually it comes out this Friday, October 25th. The support on it's been really it's been a little surprising actually, so when I kind of like you
Yeah,
sign the deal.
I'm seeing a lot of press.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's like when I you sign up the thing, you get some distribution, you get a little bit of stuff, behind it and stuff. And they were kind of they were warning me at the beginning. It was like, yeah, the first song, it's not going to get on any playlist. The second one, probably not. Maybe the focus track. The first one, Apple Music put on their Breaking Rock, and they were very surprised. And I was just like very happy. And I was like, cool. And then I think you saw Guitar World, they put on their editor pick, and I was like, oh, that's a good sign.
It's great.
And then the track that you played slide on, that came out a couple days ago. And I got an email. It was like they put it on 2 playlists, and they actually put it on the New Rock, which is that's their first playlist of new music on Apple site. And I was like, what? Like what in the world? But
It feels
you know,
good. It feels
feels
really
good,
good.
doesn't
Yep.
it? It does. It just does.
Well done. Well done, man.
No, no, man. No, thanks, thanks. I think your guitar on it really tells its own story. And Jeff said that once. He said when he's doing something on guitar, he wants it to tell its own little story. And I feel like, especially on the track that you did the slide on, I feel like there's a whole little bit of a story. And we talked a little bit about, hey, what are you thinking there? What are you looking for? And blah blah
Yeah. Yeah.
blah. And it
Yeah,
just couldn't have been better.
I usually try and get an idea. Like, I love playing on stuff. I love playing on having somebody send me a track and just say, put something on there. But I want to get an idea of what they're looking for so they get what they want, and then, if they're asking me to do it, they're obviously looking for something that I may be good at, which
Yeah.
until recently, we didn't know that I could still play slide. So,
Before we leave the project, hey, I just wanted to give a quick shout to Chuck. So Chuck played bass on 4 of the 5 tracks.
mhm.
He's an amazing bass player. If people don't know who he is, so he played bass and co-produced that Sturgill Simpson record, Sound and Fury, and he's been around. I mean, he's played on a lot of stuff. The dude
Cool.
is just yeah, he's
I saw that post you put up this morning with the bass and the drums. I was like, yeah, yep.
yeah, the dude's just a crusher. The other bass player, so Arion Salazar. So a lot of people know him. He played bass on and actually did a lot of guitar work and stuff on those big Third Eye Blind records. And his sense of melodic, his temperament, melody wise, is. I mean, and that's the one on that 4th track. That's the kind of the slow one that really builds with those drums. And he, he's got again. He's like a musical savant. Like the where he goes with the bass. Like when he sends me that, we're going back and forth. I'm like, wait, what? And then I listen to him, like, it makes perfect sense, but it makes no sense. It's like crazy good,
A great bass player, you can isolate their track and maybe not even recognize what the song is.
Yes.
You just isolate the track and then you drop it in the song and you're like, wow, this song would not be the same without that.
Yes.
When I
Yes,
switch over,
totally.
when I switch over and I play bass, like I play bass on my own stuff, I totally get myself in that mode. I just completely take myself out of guitar player mode and think about the great bass players. You know, Paul McCartney, man,
Totally, right?
Donald Duck Dunn, who was a friend of mine, man. He was, these guys are they come up with parts. Carol Kay, they come up with parts that are just songs in their own, and
Yeah.
I really I love playing bass.
Do you? Wow.
Yeah.
I do love it too. I think there's, I think a good bass track for me is one that's not taking over the song, but when you hear it without it, you can't live with the song without that bass. That's a great bass line.
For sure.
Yeah, I
Yep.
love that.
So
Well, hey
cool.
man, I got to ask you about this. So I should have had it out here. So you sent me one of these pedals you're making, right? You're making these pedals,
Oh yeah.
and dude, I've been watching your IG, man. Like this is gonna turn into a thing, I think, for you. Like this is crazy.
It's kind of turned into a thing. Yeah. 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 It's
So are you gonna sell them or what? What's the scoop, man?
yeah, yeah. I'm going to sell them. I've sold a few of them, but I'm starting to build like official batches of them. I've got 25 circuit boards that I just finished right over here out of the shot, but I'm working on an overdrive. It's called the Deadeye Drive, and it's pretty cool sounding overdrive pedal.
Hell yeah.
I do everything myself. I drill the holes, I do the paint. I'm working on some graphics now that I'm going to screen print on these. Um,
Dude.
yeah, man. And I sent a few of those out to some trusted friends, some guys who know tone,
Yeah.
and they're trying them out for me. And your feedback's been really good, which I'm pleased with. I've got one
Cool.
pedal board over here. Sounds really good. So this all started as a hobby during COVID, where I bought a kit from Stu Mack and just put that together and really thought it was fun. I got brushed up on my soldering skills, and that led to one thing led to another, and then here's one of my circuit boards, just finished.
Yeah.
Still working on them, but yep, a bunch of those over there, and wire them
Dude,
all up.
that's so rad. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's just, man.
man, I like tinkering with things. I like soldering. I like having tools around, and
Yeah. I think it's so cool. I put it in my chain, and I
you
don't
get
know.
the
There's some,
fuzz, right? You got the
yeah, the
fuzz.
fuzz. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah.
And it's got like this metallic sound to it. So like when I put it, it's just got like there's some about it, because like I have this full tone, this fat boost I use like right after my tuner, and it kind of gives it every shapes the bottom really nice.
Yep.
But sometimes I feel like it's a little too that, but I don't want to take it off. I found that your pedal, so where I have it set in my chain, it just takes it to like this. I don't know this place. I can't even really describe it. You know what it reminds me of? The first time I ever put on like a big muff, that tone wicker,
Yeah.
it just kind of changed the sound. That's
Yeah.
what this reminds me of.
Yeah.
Something like that.
The fuzz pedals have made a huge resurgence. A lot of people are making really cool ones. I've got some here that are like boutique pedals that are really great. There's
Yeah.
a guy that he goes by Tone Collector, um, up in Vancouver, and he does like this point to point hand soldered and hand wired. These things look like you open them up and it looks like a piece of art in there, and it sounds great. And some of the other stuff, I've got a look at this. It's 903 effects, just one knob. It says thrust.
Rust. Oh, yeah.
It's got a builder from Japan. I can't remember his name, but he sent me this, and this thing sounds crazy. And they're all fuzzes. They're all different flavors, and mine are super basic, but some of these are pretty elaborate and do really cool things.
It's so cool. Do you have like? Are you gonna make a name of it? Like, are you having like a logo? Like you said, a logo, but are you gonna call it something?
Hill effects. Hill FX.
Nice,
HILLFX. Yep. And I got a logo and all that stuff. I'm
dude.
like you said, it's turning into something. And some of my friends are just totally cheering me on. Like Billy Rowe from Rock and Roll Relics. He's been a friend of
Yeah.
mine for 30 years, and he started Rock and Roll Relics, the guitar company. They're amazing, and he's doing really good. And he's like, dude, I was like, and I was painting enclosures on my balcony the other day. He's like, that's how I started. You got to keep going, keep going.
Yeah.
Been cheering me on. Other people have been cheering me on. So I'm having fun with it. When it stops being fun, I'll stop making them.
That's
Then
it, right? That's it.
valuable. Mm.
There you go. No, there you go. Actually, though, kind of on that though, I think I don't remember if it was your first run, but I sort of recall you putting a. I don't know how many you put on like reverb.com, but I swear them some bitches were gone in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, the first batch I put up really were gone. I posted something about it, and they went quick. I think that was like 10, and those were the fuzzes. So I've
Dude.
graduated to the overdrives. I got printed circuit boards and all that. The circuit boards come in. I populate them. I design the circuit board. I had to learn how to use this CAD software, and it's every piece of this is a learning process.
Yeah.
The paint, I'm using like high quality auto paint, and I went to see
Okay.
my friends at Paint Huffer out in Phoenix the other day. I went out and spent 2 days out there on the spray guns and learning how the paint is mixed and the clear coats and the primers and all that stuff, and just crash course.
Dude, that's so cool.
Really
No, I
fun.
love it. Hey man, so if you get if you like, you gotta get a little store up, right? So if you get like trucker hats, like you're wearing a cool one here,
Yeah,
and you got to put your logo on it, let me
yeah,
know because I'm buying the first one.
you bet.
You
They'll
know what I'm
come.
saying?
They'll come. I just had some artwork done, and it looks really cool. And uh, I'm gonna get going on all that.
I
Yeah,
love it, man, dude. I love it. Like your music stuff, this stuff, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah, play with guitars and make little boxes. And,
That's right,
yeah, no,
dude.
it's great. It's really cool.